Listeners who tuned into BBC Radio 2 this morning issued the same complaint after Zoe Ball interviewed Liam Gallagher and John Squire. The duo opened up about their first tour together this March with special guest Jake Bugg. Whilst on the show, Zoe played their new single Liverpool To Mars and confirmed their tour dates for 2024. John is best known for being the guitarist for the rock band, the Stone Roses. However, many fans couldn't help but react to John's voice during his interview and took to social media to react. One person said on X, Twitter, "John Squire, Stone Roses, on Zoe Ball Radio 2 breakfast show. Boring AF. Maybe he's just not a morning person. Sick." A second commented, "John Squire is extremely talented, but I expected him to be a bit less monotonous, #BBC Radio 2. A third typed, "At BBC Radio 2 on Zoe Ball show the guests Liam and John have to be the most too boring monotonous voiced sounding troglodyte on the planet. Sick." Despite this, many Oasis and Stone Roses fans were delighted with the news. The two Manchester icons announced details of their first UK tour together, as well as selected shows in Ireland, France, Germany, Italy and the USA. One fan said, "Mars to Liverpool, John Squire, Liam Gallagher, another massive song." At BBC Radio 2, another wrote, "Liam was his brilliant funny self again with Zoe Ball, and John Squire this morning, wasn't he? I'm loving Mars to Liverpool as well. Sick." A third chimed in, "Another fantastic single from Liam and John Squire called Mars to Liverpool. Got a feeling this is gonna be my album of the year already. Sick." Also on the Zoe Ball breakfast show was Line of Duty star Vicky McClure and Gavin and Stacey icon Alison Steadman. Listeners were treated to a story about the moment Alison first met John Lennon and Paul McCartney. Alison recalled that she was only 16 years old when she went to a lunch concert in Liverpool to watch Paul, John and newly added member Ringo Starr perform. Describing it as magical, she said that she queued for an hour to get their autographs. When she got Paul's signature, he initially just wrote Paul but then wrote in brackets the Beatles, telling a young Alison that in the future the world will probably ask who the hell is Paul. Many listeners were thrilled listening to Alison's story, with one saying online, "At BBC Radio 2 what a brilliant story about the #Beatles from Alison Steadman on at Zoe Ball listening in Denmark. Love the show. Sick." A second penned, "Alison Steadman talking about how she met the Beatles in the 1960s is magic at BBC Radio 2 at Zoe Ball." As a third typed, "I've always loved Alison Steadman, but her #Beatles anecdote is amazing #Radio 2. Sick. The Zoe Ball breakfast show airs on weekdays at 6:30 am.